Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim from DIY Dream Weddings UK, and welcome aboard if you're a new subscriber. I've just come on to show you some pieces to go on this this Pond Life Wedding Bouquet, which if you want to have a look back at the community section, you'll be able to see part of the bouquet that I've been ribboning and the handle and everything, but because of the angle of the camera I'm not able to show you that in this video. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to make some of these pieces to go onto the bouquet. Okay, so these are little fishies, so I'm going to show you how to make those, and also how to make this flower as well, and these little bits and pieces. I've also done some shells here that I'm going to glue together, and I've done stones to put around the outside of the pond. Okay, so it's basically a pond feature. You can see the fish in the pond, and then on the outside of the pond you've got your butterflies and all your insects and maybe your flowers and things like that. Okay, so that's basically what it's going to be, and you're going to have a circle of stones like that around the pond. Okay, but you can have a look back at the pictures on the community and it might give you a bit more of an idea of what's happening. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to make these pretty little fishes. So I'm going to show you how to do those. These just to show you, these stones I've ribboned. I've cut some card, some thick, medium thick card, and I've ribboned the outside of the card. If you want to see how to do that, I might be able to show you in this video. If not, I'll come back and show you how to do that. Okay, so you basically and I've got two different templates for these stones, a small one and a big one, so they're all going to be the same the same size and shape all the way around the pond. Okay, and what I'll be doing in this video is sticking these craft foam pieces on top, providing there's not too much noise. If there's too much noise, I'll have to stop and do it another day. So we'll see. Hopefully this will go on today, I'm hoping. Okay, so I'm going to start with a fish. These are little shells. Okay, and the fish, I'm gonna do two different styles just so you know how to make them. And basically these are done with templates which I've drawn freehand. Okay, so we've got these two cardboard fishes, different shapes, and I've just drawn around them and cut them out, and yeah, made them kind of three-dimensional. So I'm going to move these out of the way just so that they don't interfere with the camera's vision, because it does seem to zoom in on the wrong things if you okay, so first of all we're going to make this fish, and to make this fish you need this template. So you just draw a fish with a straightish tail. Okay, you can do any style you want really for this method. Okay, so move that out of the way over there. Okay, so what I do is I just take my foam, my craft foam, and I take a wooden skewer or something pointed and I draw around my template. So we might want to come in a bit for this. Let's come in a little bit here and move this down. So I hope you're all well and you had a nice Easter. I know it's a long way off now, but some people have just gone back into their normal routine. So I'm just going to indent with the foam around this cardboard template that I've made. It's just ordinary craft foam. You can get this more or less anywhere on the internet. Here we go. Well, you know, Amazon and places like that. There we go. I got mine from a local craft store. Craft foam. Okay, we're going to cut that out. So basically I've drawn around and indented the foam, and I'm just going to cut that out. So we just cut out our fish. Okay, just bring that up to the camera like that so you can see what I'm doing. I hope it's not too close. And just cutting around the lines that I've just made. Okay, sorry if there's a bit of noise in the background. I did shut the window, but there is a bit of a gale going on out there. There we go, that's your fish. A bit of a gale going out there, and yeah, and there's a lot of rain and people moving bins around and all sorts. Okay, so in order to get this effect with this fish here, with the tail, what I do is I just pinch the part where the tail and the body meet like that, and then glue it together. So I just put a tiny piece of glue. Should be smaller than that really, but I normally put a small piece of glue. It's a bit runny, a bit more runny than I thought it would be. That's hot glue, by the way, and just pinch that together like that. Just going to wipe that glue away a bit so there's not so much of it. Yeah, I hope you're all well and doing okay. Okay, so you can see that's pinched together now, and you've got that lovely shape of the fish, and I'm hoping this will work when I stick them onto the bouquet. We'll see. Okay, so then what I do is I take any sort of coloured foam really. I'm going to have a look for my scraps. Let's have a look. I've got a box of scraps over here. Sorry, I've got to blow my nose. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've got some scraps here, and what I do is I make up a box of the colours that I'm using on the bouquet. And I did originally use green, so we'll go into the green there. And what I do is I just cut, just for these little bits here, you could decorate this how you want. I just cut a couple pieces of foam there and just stuck them on. So you could do this however you want. So okay, so I just cut a slim kind of piece of foam, and just I stuck it kind of in the middle. Part of the reason was because to cover some of that glue up in the middle there. Okay, that's part of the reason why I did that to begin with. And then I thought, so we just put a tiny piece, only a small piece of glue if you can, in the middle there. Do be careful because it does run a bit. Okay, and then hope I was in shot there. Just stick that in the middle, and that covers up that piece of glue. That helps with that. You could just have one like that, but I just thought it needs a bit more, which is why I did another fin. So if things start to get noisy or don't work so well, I will come back. I will still put this on. I think I might still put this little piece of video on if things don't work out, but I'm hoping it'll be all right. Okay, so what did I do? That one, I just did it this way, like this. Okay, so I just stuck the other piece over the top like so. It's a little bit fiddly, but do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that onto the back of that piece like this, and then just push that down. But I'm not going to push it down too far because I don't want it splodging out the sides. I don't want the glue splodging out the sides. So I hope that's, there we go, that's how you make that one. And the other one is very much similar. It's just got a different shaped tail to it. Okay, so that's that one. So we'll move those over. We've done those. The other one is this one here. Okay, and that one is this template. Okay, so you need to make this piece in the middle quite wide when you draw your fish, just so you can squeeze it together, and it's got a bit of width in the tail. Okay, so we're going to just do this. Yeah, sorry about this. This is a very bright craft foam, I know, but I do like loud colours, and I'm sorry, but I do. I'm going to apologise now, but you're going to see a lot of bright colours in these videos. Okay, so just going to smooth that over. Do the same with this one. You just draw around it, draw around the template, and wooden skewer, cocktail stick, anything like that. Okay, and then cut that out. So I'm going to cut this. Yeah, I do like my bright colours cut round it. You can see how I've indented that, hopefully. So we're going to cut round these marks that we've made, these lines. Like I said, you can make these any shape you want, okay, any shape in any colour you want. So you don't have to do it in these colours. You could say, well, I'm going to do it, my bridesmaids are going to be wearing this colour, so they might be wearing blue or they might be wearing pink. So you might decide to do the flowers on the outside of the pond pink, or you might decide to do some pink fishies swimming around in a pond, just to go with the theme. Okay, so I'm going to turn that over because I don't want to see these marks. Okay, so if you don't want to see the marks, what you can do is you can turn it over. I'm just going to cut these down like that. You can turn it over. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do the same as what we did with the other one, and we're going to sorry, I keep turning it over. Just squeeze the middle between the body and the tail like we did with the other one. Okay, so we're going to unglue it together. So we put a piece of glue on there. Okay, that's how small you want that glue, and then just squash it together because you don't want it to be like spreading out and making it messy. Okay, and then I like to wipe the glue off once it's cooled down, just to keep it from, just to tidy it up a bit. There we are. And you do the same with these little bits as you did with the other one, and you're just cutting these out and just decorating the tail. But you might decide to do it a different way. I always say that, but it is your decision what you do. So there we are, that's your fish. Then what we do is let's take a darker blue. This is the darker blue that we've got here. And so we go. We don't want these end bits on here. So what I did was, on the middle, it doesn't have to be exactly the same as what I've done, okay? It really doesn't. This is crafting and creating, so you do it how you want. Okay, so what I actually did was I found these bits and I thought, oh, you know, I wonder if that fits on there, and I wonder if that fits on there. But now I'm cutting it out to shape. But before I was like, oh, maybe I could do this with it, or maybe I can do that with it, because I had all these little bits and pieces. So you just do that, and you might want to cut it down a bit more to see around the edge of it. Maybe you might decide, oh, I want to make that a bit thinner. Okay, like that. Okay, the thing with it being thinner is it's not easy to, I'm going to do it thicker, because the thing with it being thinner is it's not easy to cover the glue if it's too thin. So what I'm going to do is just that. So it's just really getting that shape how you want it. That's how you want it to be, sort of thing. And last time I used that as part of the tail, so you can pretend that's part of the tail like that. Okay, and just put some glue on the ends there like that. Okay, and then just maybe glue that, because it gives it a bit more dimension. I mean, originally these were flat, and I wanted to add some more dimension to the bouquet, so I decided to you know, do this with the fishes, change the fish, and just kind of put some more dimension into the stones around the edge as well. I don't know if there's not really a way of showing you without moving this tripod what the rest of the bouquet looks like. Also, I've actually laid out some of the things I'm going to stick on there. So I didn't really want to disturb them for the moment, but I might bring the bouquet holder in, so I don't know. There we are. So I made that from scratch as well, the bouquet holder. So everything on here on DIY Dream Weddings is made from scratch. All of these bouquets are made from absolute scratch. Okay, so there we are. So that is, and you're just doing it like that, and you might have a longer piece on that side. Just trying to see, could I put that on there? Yeah, maybe that will go on there. So we're just, rather than cutting another piece out, maybe we might just get that to go like that. So you can, that's not as quite as neat as the other one, and I think I brought those bits in a bit more into the centre than the other one. Actually I did, look, that's a little bit different, but that shows you how you can actually change this up if you want to. Okay, so you could just do it on the tips of the tails. You might want to put a little face on there. I didn't, because I thought I want to keep that really, you know, just really simple as I can. Okay, so that's your fish. This one's going to go on the bouquet that I've made. Okay, so, and then you've got a green one as well, so you can do all different ones. Okay, and now we're going to start on the I'm going to show you the flower. The flower is this one here. Okay, and I did 3 layers on this one, but this one I'm only doing 2 for this flower, and then we're going to cut out our stamen on here. So I'm just going to cut a stamen. So basically for the stamen we're just going to cut a long piece of foam. It doesn't need to be this long, but I'm just going to cut a long piece off for the stamen. Okay, and I'm going to put this piece is going to go on the outside of that. You can see with these lily pads what I've done with these. These are, I did make a template for this one, but I've just drawn it's just like a circle with a little bit cut out of it basically. So that's how I've done those. So we're I've got to bring my iron in. Okay, so I'm going to bring that in, because what I want to do is I want to heat this up so that it looks like this one. Okay, I have cut this out exactly the same way as I did the fish. Okay, so I'm going to bring this iron in, and hopefully that will heat up. I say hopefully because I can never remember which. I've got this extension lead and I can never remember which socket works. Okay, so bear with me if it's not working. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this stamen is I just basically cut, just move that over for a minute. I just basically cut like that. Okay, all the way down for as long as I want it to be. It's not a very wide stamen, but wide enough. Not so the longer you do this, the wider the stamen will be. Okay, so just cut that, and what I like to do is I like to do a few and then measure against the flower how wide I want that to be. Okay, so what I might do now is just come out just a tiny bit, so it's started to warm up now. I don't want it too hot, so I'm going to move that down a little bit, because this foam, I'm going to put this on here, and this foam does tend to stick to the iron, and I don't want it to do that, so I've just turned it down a little bit. Okay, fingers crossed this won't stick to the iron too much. Okay, I just want all of this to heat up. Okay, but not too much. Okay, that's fine for the outside. Okay, you see how lovely that shape is there? See how nice that is? And that is just a normal domestic iron that I've used. And like I always say, it depends on the materials you use, and what kind of iron you have as to what temperature you put that on. Okay, so that worked. So then what I'm going to do is stick that in there like that. And as you can see, you can have as many layers with this flower as you want, okay, and as many as you want. I really enjoyed making this, and I realised it did actually really pick out the colours on the bouquet, which made it really pop. So yeah, okay, so we're going to do the stamen. We're going to stick these together first. We'll just put a small piece of glue on there like that, okay, and then what we'll do is we'll just stick that in there like that. Okay, and then with a stamen, what we do is we just roll that. So I'm going to just basically check how wide I want that to be. I'm just going to roll that in like that, and I think that's wide enough. So I'm going to cut that off like that, okay, and I'm just going to glue that around. So what I do is I like to fold that like that and then stick it. It makes it easier if I fold it inwards and then stick it, and then start rolling my foam inwards, okay, like this, and then just putting some small piece of glue every time I roll it. I roll it a couple of times and then maybe put some glue in again like that. We don't want a lot. If you have a lot, it's just going to be messy. So, because you can see that how runny that is. The warmer the glue gets, the more runny it gets, and then it just splurges everywhere if you put loads on. Okay, there we are. And don't touch the glue unless it's cooled down. Okay, there we are. So we're going to put that inside the flower like that. Okay, so I like to put quite a bit on there like that, just so I know it's going to stay in, and then glue that in the middle like that. Okay, that's that. So we've got our two flowers. Okay, and what I also wanted to do was just show you this shell. This shell is also one where I've got two. This has got two, I can't find the other bit. Oh, there it is. This has got two templates, okay. So we've got two templates for this one, and we cut it out the same as the fish, okay, and then we just stick it together. So that's how that works. You could do all different colours. You could even do another shaped one. So I'm going to just basically, I'm going to stick this on like that, and then I'm going to a little bit fiddly. Okay, oh sorry, it's a bit far away. Sorry about that. There we are. I've just stuck that on there like that, okay. And I'm going to do the same with the smaller one. The smaller one, I just cut a circle, and then I just did the swirl a bit smaller for the smaller one, okay. So then what we've got is, now I'm rushing ahead a bit, but okay, we've got these. I feel like there's something else I need to do first. Oh, there's a seaweed here also. Okay, that's simple. That's simple with that one. I can't find any. Let's see if there's any green. I'll tell you what I do. I just do it with the, there's a blue piece here. I'll just do it with this for now. We won't have blue seaweed, but I'll just show you, just to show you how it works. We just cut downwards like this, and the same, whatever sort of shape you want, like that. Okay, and then maybe like this, and then when you finish, just cut the end off like that. And you can make it a bit more rounded, and you can also make these bits a bit further apart just by cutting. Just by cutting like that, just in between. Okay, so that's your seaweed. Another idea I thought of was you could actually plait some foam and use that for patterns around your bouquet or something like that, or you could use it as pieces of seaweed in your pond as well. So I'm going to do some more bits and pieces. These are just the beginning of what I'm creating. I think I am anyway. It depends what I can fit in there, but I don't really, so you would maybe round that off a little bit and maybe make that a little bit less pointed. Whatever you want really, however you want to do it. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you, I've done the butterflies. I'm going to do some of these. I've done these on the last project I did, which was the teardrop wedding bouquet and the new version, and these are on that. Okay, and now what we've got here is the stones that go around the pond. And these, once I've cut these, once I've put this, you can see what I've done here. I've ribboned the edge here, okay. And once you've done that, all you need to do is just stick your stones. You stick it on like this, okay. But only do one side because this is going to go on the bouquet itself, okay. I'll show you that in a minute if I can. If I can, it depends on whether I can film it from the angle that I'm filming under, okay. So yeah, so what we're going to do now is do the same as we did with this one, okay, and we're going to stick these on, and I've got grey and a light blue colour for these. This one's this light blue colour as well, because I thought I don't want to go too bright, you know. I know it's quite bright already, and I wanted to have some sort of softer colours, you know, around the edge, but I didn't want to go let's move this in again. I didn't want to use brown because brown is just such a dull colour. I've put sandy brown in there, but I just didn't want to go too far with I thought we'll stick with a slate colour rather than, you know, dark brown. Okay, right, okay, so we're just going to glue that on there like that. Okay, and it doesn't matter, I don't think it matters if you can see the edge of that, because it kind of adds a little bit of dimension to your pebble, to your stone. Okay, so that's those. So we've made all those. So we've done, I'll show you this is a review of what we've done. We've done the flowers as stones and the fishes. Okay, I showed you how to do that, and the shell and the seaweed. Okay, but we can have blue. You can have any colour actually. It's almost like a pond, isn't it? I really love like all the different colours that you can have. And these are going to go around the pond like this, around the edge, okay. And the flowers, I like this, it's going to go like that. So yeah, you might have it like this. Okay, so that's sort of what we're going to aim at doing here. I'll see if I can bring I'll see if I can bring the bouquet holder in. I don't know if I'll be able to, we'll see. Thing with this is, I did start to put these on. I kind of know where I'm going to put these now. If this zoomed out enough, we could just about see. So you can see the stones around the edge, okay. Because I put the handle on, silly me, I made it really awkward for myself. But I really couldn't think of a different way of doing it, so I'm going to have to think around that now. So the idea with this, so let me just show you. I've ribboned all the back and I've ribboned the edge there, it's all sort of ribboned all the way around. Okay, is to put the water on like this, and then to build the stones up as you just saw them all the way around the bouquet, and then put the fishes and bits and pieces in the middle, okay, and have the butterflies and all the flowers on the outside, okay. So I hope that explains it, okay. And the next one we do, what I would do is I will bring the tripod up and I will start to stick these pieces on to this bouquet. Okay, I don't think we can film it. It needs to come up higher for you to see all of it, okay. And I have found a way of doing that. I've stuck it in a jam jar and just lift the tripod up, so we should be able to do that. Okay, everybody, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you did, because then you can get more videos just like this one, and it helps the channel to grow as well. So I hope you, like I said, I hope you had a lovely Easter holiday, and I'll be back soon to show you how this goes together. Okay then, take care everybody. Bye bye for now.